Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 368 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm really glad you're here. So I have a favor to ask. I wonder if you would mind clicking on the three little dots and going to the show and then scrolling all the way down and giving me a 5-star rating. Only if you're loving the episodes. I mean, it means a lot. And sometimes we don't think it matters. And we're like, oh, someone else will do it. It'll be fine. But it does matter. So thank you in advance. All right. Have you ever watched a movie, where you're just so frustrated because it seems like your favorite star keeps getting their teeth kicked in, and you know deep down something good happens in the end, but it just seems like they can't catch a break and it's painful. And sometimes it's because of their own mistakes, and other times it's because of circumstances out of their control. But that makes it all so much more delicious when the happy ending does come, because anyone watching knows that they deserve it. Now, we wouldn't get up and leave before the movie ends and say, well, that's just a horrible movie because the stars just kept getting their teeth kicked in. But everyone that stayed to the end is raving about how wonderful it was. You see, they felt good when things finally ended beautifully for the star, even though they knew that they were getting kicked in their teeth, but in the end it was worth it. And how much more glorious it was. Leaving before you see the end or judging the movie without seeing the whole thing, that makes no sense. But we do it in our own lives all the time. We say, oh, my kid didn't make the football team. It's just unbearable to watch. Or my marriage is on the rocks and I'm not sure what to do. Or I lost my job. I feel like a failure. Or I made a huge mistake and I hurt people because of it. Now, if you stopped the movie in the middle of any of those scenes, meaning if you gave up or threw in the towel or just judged yourself forever, you would never get to the good part. Maybe your kid didn't make the football team, which caused them to try other things and they realized they loved baseball or soccer. Or it could make them realize they have to work extra hard so they make the team next year. And your marriage goes through a rocky time, but you hang in there and get counseling and do the hard work, and now you're better than ever. Or maybe you're laid off, but you got a new job where you finally feel seen. Or you meet your new best friends there, or whatever good comes from change. And then maybe the growth you experience from that big mistake actually puts you on the path you were meant for. But here's the thing. We don't ever stop the movie during the bad part and just keep replaying it over and over, never allowing ourselves to move forward to the end where the good stuff is. We don't do that. But we do it in our life. We keep beating ourselves up and replaying our mistakes, focusing on all the bad stuff. Maybe we're focusing on all the bad stuff about our partner and trashing them to anyone that will listen. And maybe we think it's the end of the world if we don't make the team. And we decide we're a failure because our company downsized. None of which is true and none of which is permanent unless we stop the movie, unless we stop moving forward. That's where your happy ending is. It's always moving forward. It's never in the past and it's never staying stagnant. It's always moving forward. Now, sometimes life moves you forward and maybe you weren't quite ready, but let me tell you, trying to get back to where you once were isn't the answer. Now, you can replay it over and over in your head just like you can rewind a movie, but that doesn't change the end. And the end, that happy ending, it isn't happening until you move forward. If you had a breakup, a disappointment, you made a big mistake, or maybe someone else made a big mistake and they hurt you, the answer is not in the replaying or reliving the moment over and over. The solution is always moving forward. When I was younger, I dated a boy who was very, very handsome and very, very moody. His outlook on life was pretty different from mine. But I thought he was it. Even though I never quite knew what to expect with him, I didn't want to be with anyone else. I only wanted him. Now, he wasn't right for me, and deep down I knew it. And that knowing kept me from staying in it. So I moved on, and it forced me to make some changes, and those changes led me to where I am today with another very, very handsome man who actually matches my outlook on life. This one's right, and I knew it as soon as I met him. But it wasn't easy getting there, and he and I still work through things all the time. That's life. But never doubt your intuition. When deep down you know something isn't right, you can make that change, or the universe will make it for you eventually. And sometimes that isn't as pleasant. I mean, you're going to have awesome times and you're going to have not so awesome times. But the not so awesome times make the awesome times that much better. So don't wish them away. And the not so awesome times are also where the growth happens. So don't try to fast forward. A lot of times we ask, why does life have to be so hard? Why can't we just sail through? And to that, I want to remind you, the reason we don't fast forward the movie from the beginning right to the happy ending is because that happy ending would mean nothing. It would make no sense at all unless you witnessed everything they had to do to get there. That's what makes it so satisfying. That's actually what they mean when they say enjoy the journey. That tough thing you're going through, if you keep moving forward, you're going to see why it happened that way, and it'll be glorious. And then you're going to want something new, or you'll have a new desire, and the journey's going to start all over again. That's the thing about life. Your desires and your dreams keep moving forward as long as you do. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds of happy endings as long as you keep moving forward. Think about it. When you were young and you wanted a boyfriend or a girlfriend so bad, and then you got it, and you were so happy. And then you got your heart broken, which caused you to move forward to your next relationship. Or maybe you were struggling in high school and couldn't wait until you graduated, and then you do. There's your happy ending, but another new beginning. Now you're in college and you're excited for that, but it's so hard. And at times you can't wait to graduate, and then you do. Happy ending, new beginning, and then the rest of your life starts, and on and on and on. That's not going to end until you die. So never judge yourself in the middle. Don't pause and replay all the bad stuff. Just realize that that's part of it. And as long as you grow and you keep moving forward, so will your life. You know that saying, when you're going through hell, keep going. Don't wallow in it. Move forward. My challenge to you this week is to recognize you hold the remote control of your life. I mean, there may be times you want to pause it, and there may be times you wish you could fast forward it. And there may be times you find yourself hitting the replay button over and over at the bad spots. But the challenge here is simply to just remember, you hold the remote control. All the power is in your hands. You don't have to be stuck in replay. I mean, when your thoughts are spinning, you can hit pause and give yourself a minute to think, how do I move this forward instead of wallowing in the misery? Because you have the power to keep yourself in that misery, but you also have the power to get out of it. Just like in that movie, you know deep down something good has to be waiting for you. And it is. But you have to keep moving forward to see your next happy ending. Share this with 4 people who are on the journey of life with you. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.